How's it going, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy. Welcome to another video, and in front of us today we have some speakers from LG. We have the LG XBOOM Go with Meridian audio. So we have the PL7, the PL5, and of course the PL2, which is the smallest of the three of them. And last but not least, we also have a pair of ToneFree true wireless earbuds as well. Very tiny. In fact, you can see how small it is there in my hand. We'll talk through them, we'll unbox it and see what they're all about and see all the features. They're very similar in that they have that same Meridian audio technology in all the items here, but they differ in certain areas like battery life, sizes, etc., which we'll talk about more. Without further ado, let's get into it and unbox it and see what you get if you're thinking of getting one of these. So as mentioned before, they all look very similar in terms of design. They all have the same LG design DNA running through them, and they've all got Meridian audio technology in there as well. So starting with the LG XBOOM Go, the PL7, which is the biggest one of them all. So as I mentioned, you have Meridian audio in there. You have dual action bass, you got sound boost mode, all day battery life of up to 24 hours. You have multicolor lighting for party mode. You got wireless party link, which means you can pair this up with up to 100 units, which is pretty slick. You got Bluetooth surround with compatible LG TV, so usually the ones from this year. You got water resistance as well, which means you can splash water on it, maybe take in a pool for a little bit and still listen to music. And this also works with the XBOOM app as well for Android and iOS. Next one is the slightly smaller one, which again has Meridian audio in there. You got dual action bass as well. It's very similar in terms of everything else. You get exactly the same things like wireless party link, etc. What differs on this one is you only get 18 hours of battery life. Again, I said only, but it's actually still pretty much decent in terms of battery life. Listen to music all day long. So next is the smallest of them all, which is the PL2, and it has that Meridian audio DNA in there as well. So it's very similar in the sense that you get the same sound quality and experience when you listen to music on any of this stuff here. It also has a wrist strap area, so you can put in a little wrist strap there, so you can put it on your wrist so it's secure. It's very dinky, fits right in the palm of my hand, as you can see there. It doesn't have that dual action bass on the sides, like when you can see the speaker like going up and down, that kind of stuff. So you don't get that on here, but you still get sound boost on here. On all of them you get sound boost. You can set this up for dual setup, so you can have left and right for stereo if you want to do more immersive situation. That one's going off over there. The other ones have that bass boost, so you get that little speaker area that moves up and down when you've got music playing loud and stuff. That goes on the other two devices. What you'll also notice is that on the two bigger ones, the PL7 and the PL5, you got that lighting that goes around the sides. So again, you'll be able to use party light, that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. You can easily turn it off on the device itself or use the application to do so. You've also got multi on those two, and dual as well, so you can have dual setup on those two, but on the smallest one, you can only have dual setup. One thing you'll also notice as well is the flap where all the ports are on the PL7 and the PL5. They're right on the side, so when you flip it open, you can see what's inside and plug in your auxiliary, charge it there. Turn the light on and off, set up multi setup mode or dual setup mode. You can do that there. But on the tiny one, the PL2, there's a little arrow on the side. I think if you're looking at it this way, to my if I'm looking at it from where I'm looking right now, to the right side, you just flip it open and then you get your ports there. So you got your auxiliary ports, the dual setup, a reset button, and your USB-C charging ports and LED indicator light. So if you want to see when it's charging, that's how you find out if it's charging or not. In terms of the amount of buttons on all of them, they're all the same. What you can also get is Google Assistant, or if you're connecting it to iOS, you can use Siri as well. So if you press and hold the play button, that will activate that, so that you can tell it to play music, play your favorite podcast, or whatever you want to do, you can do so. One thing to bear in mind as well is you can only place it on one side. So that's that side there. So you place it down and it stays there. If you don't place it properly, you'll end up rolling off the table. You can't place it on the side like that in terms of vertically or portrait mode. You can't do that. So that's something to bear in mind. I also find it quite odd that the XBOOM on there faces that way, but the buttons and stuff faces me. So when you're looking at it this way, you're like, which way is it facing? They face opposite sides, which is quite interesting, but that's just me nitpicking. Before I forget, also in all of them you get a user manual, so do check that out to get it set up really quickly, and you get your USB-C cable in there as well to charge it. You don't get the charging brick, but you get the cable, so you can easily plug into your existing ports that you have at home, or charging brick that you have at home, or just plug into a USB port in your laptop or something to charge it back up. Or even great, you can plug it into a battery pack if you're using that and about. Back onto the ToneFree, there's a lot to talk about on this one. You have a USB-C port on the case itself. The earbuds inside gives you 6 hours of battery life, and the case will add extra 12 hours, so you can place it in there and get extra battery life. There's a button on there for checking Bluetooth connectivity and pairing it and stuff like that, although you might not have to do that unless you're using iOS devices. There's an LED indicator light for Bluetooth, for charging, and also battery life as well to check battery indicator. Open it up. One thing that you notice is the UV light in there as well. So that UV light is, I believe this is the first time I'm seeing this on the earbuds case at all from all the ones I've used before. And with that, it kills bacteria. So 99.9% of bacteria that might be in there will kill that with just 10 minutes placement in the case. It means when you put it back in your ears, you don't have to worry about the germs getting into your hair or infections, ear infections, that kind of stuff. It's very small, very portable. I quite like it. It looks smart in here as well. Each one is touch capacitive, so you can tap it to play, pause, triple tap to change track and all that kind of stuff, and change volume as well. It comes with an app, and inside that app you can change different things, different settings. Overall, I love the design of this speakers. It looks really good, very smart. Some design flaws in there, like you can't place it on the side. It's only got one side of it and the bottom where you can place it on the surface without it rolling around and that kind of stuff. I love how you can connect this to a smart TV that's compatible on the PL7. I love the motor connectivity feature on there as well. Water and dust resistant IPX5 rating is good. That's a very much welcome feature on this kind of stuff. I love that little feature as well. When you've got dual action bass on, you can see that actually moving up and down, that kind of stuff. It looks pretty cool. Little nifty features there. That's pretty cool. As much as I want to show you guys the sound quality on this, unfortunately YouTube, they'll penalize me for doing that kind of stuff on here. So, but you'd have to take my word for it that the sound quality is really good. They're very loud. That's very essential. Whether you listen to pop music or using it for gaming, it works really well as well. Sound quality is good. One thing to also bear in mind is that the surface that you place them on plays a part in the sound quality as well in terms of vibration and all that kind of stuff. But there's not a lot of vibration going on here. Again, music quality wise or sound quality wise, soundstage is very good. Again, my least favorite would be that one in terms of enjoying music at home with it. Maybe out and about, it's really good. It's loud enough to play music if I'm with my group of friends, you know, picnic in the park, that kind of situation. That works really well. That one is heavy as well, so if you're going to be carrying this out and about with you, you have to bear that in mind in terms of how you're going to carry that around. That one's a bit lighter. Battery life is a bit less on this, but still good in terms of battery life. For the ToneFree, you got 6mm drivers, 6mm drivers there, which fits really nicely in here as well. The actual ear tips, they're medical grade gel, so it fits really well. It fits really nice and snug in here, which again adds to that immersive experience. You don't really hear what's going on around you too much. Although you can then turn the ambient mode on, so you can hear what's going on around you as well. You have two microphones there, one at the top for noise reduction, and you've got one at the bottom for better audio in terms of making phone calls. You also get wireless charging with this, which is really good as well, so you don't have to always plug it in. You can just place it on a wireless charging mat. And I also like the automatic pairing feature and taking it and pause as well. So if you take it out of your ears, you just pause the music when you when you take it out. And when you open the lid as well with an Android device, it will automatically pop up on your phone and start the pairing process, which just makes it easier to use. With Meridian's headphone spatial processing on here as well, you get realistic sound, so it sounds really good. So the soundstage really simulates what you'd get on a loudspeaker, for example. So again, really good. So that's it for the new LG XBOOM Go, the PL7, PL5 and the PL2, and also the ToneFree as well. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. There'll be relevant links as well in the description area, so do check it out. But in the meantime, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification as well, and I shall see you guys in the next one.